Science supports that by using music in the right way, at the right time, we can see a lot of different health benefits like improving our mood and decreasing our stress. Something I really feel as a healthcare provider we need a lot of the time. There is nothing that I feel is more efficient and effective than through the use of music. I am Jennifer Buchanan. I am past president of the Canadian Association of Music Therapists and the author of Tune In. I own and operate a company called JB Music Therapy and have worked for almost 3 decades as a music therapist myself. My youngest client has been 2 months old, and my eldest has been 104. And I've served some of the most vulnerable, those that are at-risk youth and in long-term care, palliative care, dementia care, and through other difficult transitions, including corporate wellness. In so many ways, music is incredibly simple, but in so many ways, it's also very complex in the way that it works with our brain and how it can change our mood. One of the best ways that I have learned that we can use music really quickly in our lives is to design purposeful playlists. And I thought we could go over 3 ideas that I have today on for how we can do that. The first one I want to look at is just creating our personal soundtrack. Our personal soundtrack is that life music that you have has been a part of your life your entire life from when you were a really young child to today. And putting together this long list, either in a journal or perhaps you're just going to keep track of it on your computer, of what music was important to you as your earliest musical memories, and then junior high, and then high school, and into adulthood, and what music are you currently listening to right now? And as you put together that long list of your personal soundtrack, you're going to revisit a lot of moments in your life that perhaps you've even forgotten about a bit, but perhaps that are still meaningful and important to you. This is going to help us relax and to feel creative. Another idea for putting together a personal soundtrack or a personal playlist is going to be one that is very specific to a mood that you're hoping to achieve. So perhaps 3 o'clock in the afternoon is a time where you're needing a little boost. I want you to think about, what do you need? Or perhaps it's first thing in the morning, you have a hard time waking up, or perhaps you have a hard time going to sleep at night. What is it that you need in that moment? Are you needing to feel motivated or inspired? Do you need to feel safe? Do you need to feel soothed? I want you to pick one thing you need, and that's the name of your playlist. If you choose one like soothed, then I'm going to encourage you to put together a list of maybe 10 to 12 songs that every time you hear them, they make you feel that way. Then when you approach that time of day where you're needing the most support, you turn on that playlist and you allow yourself to enter into that desired emotional state that you were looking for. And the third playlist that I wanted to encourage us is a real fun one to me. It's around identifying your signature 12. I'd like you to think about 12 songs that if you were going to give people a snapshot of your life, they must be on it. This might be when you go back to that personal soundtrack, the first playlist, and actually go through it and highlight the ones that were the most meaningful to you. And you might be wondering, why 12? Well, it's because actually one of my clients introduced me to that concept, and I didn't realize how difficult it was going to be to take all the music I've listened to in my entire life and curate it down to those 12. It meant that I had to identify those that were the most special, those stories that were the most important, and that I can carry with me. So, in summary, here are the three. One is the big one, the personal soundtrack that you're going to put together. The second one is putting together a playlist for a very specific mood you need every day. And the third one is to hone in on your signature 12, the ones that speak the most to you. Just like our physical health, our mental health needs to be looked after as well. And there's no better way to me than by using music.